Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to another fabulous week of Shakespeare. Many of you sent me emails that you got to see Midsummer Night's Dream play that the local high school was doing, so I'm glad that you guys got to see it. A lot of folks said they really enjoyed it, so I'm glad that it was a hit and worth extra credit, so booyah. This week, we are moving into some of Shakespeare's histories. So we've covered comedy, we did a little bit of drama, and now we are doing the histories. Shakespeare's histories are typically, I don't want to say boring, because Shakespeare is an amazing writer, and he does a great job of capturing moments in history, but they are typically maybe a little bit less compelling than some of his other plays. He is most famous for his tragedies and his comedies. But Merchant of Venice, fabulous drama. And Henry V, I think, is the funnest of all of his histories. Henry V has a lot of history behind it. So there is a good background on that in your intro to Henry V. We've got marked here. So do make sure to read that before you start reading the play. It will make so much more sense if you've got that historical background. Then start reading the play. The recorded lecture, you can watch it anytime. You can even watch it before you read the play in this case, because it does give you more of that historical context and talk about some of the special interpretations that Shakespeare made in his play that maybe divert a little bit from recorded history. So lots of good stuff in there. I would say watch it sooner rather than later for this play, because it'll really help with the understanding. And then there is a tremendous version of this play on Amazon. There's a whole series called The Hollow Crown, but you can rent just one episode at a time if you want. And there is one episode that is Henry V. And it stars Tom Hiddleston, which is really fun. Or Loki, if you watch any of the Marvel movies. Does a terrific job as Henry V. Engaging and debonair, but good at being serious and also quirky. As you would imagine, he does a terrific job. So if we pop into our modules for today, as always, we have a folder for Henry V. Here's the recorded lecture. Here's the PowerPoint from the lecture. Here's the video if you want to watch just the one episode starring Tom Hiddleston. And then if you don't want to pay the $2.99 to rent the episode, there is a terrific free copy of Henry V. The Royal Shakespeare Company can do no wrong. Like, they're absolutely ridiculous with their talent and their staging and everything. Sorry, my dogs are loud. They save it for when I'm recording videos. They're quiet the rest of the time. It's inexplicable. But here is the Royal Shakespeare link. Here's the No Fear Shakespeare. And then a really interesting article if you enjoyed Henry V, or if you didn't. Here is a modern perspective of the play that talks a little bit about history and how history repeats itself, and all of makes some really fun connections between something that Shakespeare wrote so long ago and things that we deal with today. So really fun article that talks about that modern perspective. Lots of great resources for us here to help us be successful in this week's play reading. And then, as always, we do have our end of the week assignment. Wow, the dog is like shaking the table now. And it's a discussion where we get to analyze a little bit more about the play and get to do it in kind of a fun way. So what I am going to ask you to do is take the plot of Henry V and write a song about it. Is that possible, you may ask? Yes, it definitely is, because I did it for you just to show you that it can be done and it can be super fun. So you're going to include the title and performer of an original song that you like. It can be any song that you're going to rewrite using the plot of Henry V. I chose All Star by Smash Mouth because I'm older and that song was popular for me and I like it. So I took All Star by Smash Mouth and I rewrote it to be about Macbeth because I didn't want to give away anything by writing it about Henry V. So I chose Macbeth to be the subject of mine. And so you can see my little verses here. The plot of Macbeth is that Macbeth takes over a kingdom that's not his. His wife is kind of his puppeteer who's moving him around and making him do stuff. And he murders King Duncan. And then ultimately gets murdered by his friend Macduff. So it's a vicious cycle of drama and murder and insanity and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be fun to write a song. Here's my song. It's really fun. So you are going to pick a song that already exists. Give me a link to it. Then you're going to rewrite that song with the plot of the play. And then write a short paragraph of analysis, a minimum of 50 words that tells me why you picked the song and why you thought these plot points were important. And then respond to a classmate. You know, tell them how awesome their song rewrite is, what the favorite elements are, all that good stuff. As extra credit, if you want, you can record yourself performing the song and share that as a part of your post. And I will give you extra credit points for that. If you don't feel comfortable with that, awesome. You definitely don't have to do it. It's only extra credit. But if you want to, also awesome. I had, last time I taught Shakespeare, a very fantastic student wrote their song and then recorded them singing it, but they didn't show their face because they didn't feel comfortable doing that. So they did puppets. And it was like a puppet song. And it was amazing. And I laughed so hard. It was supposed to be funny. Like it was really, really good. Super well done. So get creative with it. Have fun. Whatever floats your boat. You do not have to record a video though. That's just optional, just extra credit. So that is the assignment for this week. I think it will be super fun. I cannot wait to see what you guys create. Reach out if you have any questions and enjoy the play this week.